if one takes conservancies in relation to different provinces, according to the KZN Conservancy Association, Gauteng Conservancy and Cullinan Conservancy, we middle-aged, you people are old-aged. Cullinan Conservancy has been going for 15 years and we have never had a hiccup that we've reported. We have had hiccups. We are basically a rural conservancy, and it is really a rural conservancy. Our main man.
Yeah.
Oh, one click.
Hold on a second.
Which one?
That one? That one. Yes, you push it.
Our conservancy lies at the foothills of the Magaliesberg. We're 97,000 square hectares approximately. To manage it is a difficult situation. So what we have done is we have divided it up between people to manage it. And our committee members our committee members each have to manage a certain portfolio. The type of activities is we've got mining. Believe you me, we've got mining. Mining in wetlands, mining chopping up the Magaliesberg, mining wherever you don't want a mine to be. We have game farms, we have nurseries, but basically we are agricultural, millies, teff, and a few fruit farms. Our first portfolio that we've got is Pietro Lema, who does all the floral studies. I'm very fortunate that I've got specialists in the field. And I have taken my committee members according to their speciality and slotted their portfolio in for them. Pietro also does all the red data species and sees that everything is recorded, reported to GDOD and put onto Shapefile. So I have a wonderful life. She also assists with all the EIAs and EMPs. And as I said, mining, development. So she has a busy time there. Our next portfolio that we've got is our heritage site. The area that you're in was part of the Battle of Donkerhoek, which was fought in 1897, somewhere around there. And we have a lot of cultural heritage sites in our area. We are fortunate to have somebody in the form of Eric who manages and who has helped us with our heritage aspects. The Bommerans house, the Sonnewater, we've got the other site where the culvert is from the Zazen railway line, and then also late age Stone Age kraals from the Basotho Venda tribe. Just as a point of interest, with the Wolberans house, approximately 200 meters from the house and from the grave sites, they have been granted prospecting license to mine sand mine, for sand. We have got an appeal in there. And if it wasn't that we have these sites documented, we might lose out. Okay, then my projects. I do most of the legal work with the assistance of other people. We fight a lot of development because not only mining, we're rather too close to Tshwane. With the result is we've got urban sprawl and we have to keep tags and all that. We are not anti-development. Please get that clear. But we want it done in a sustainable manner. And the last application we had for a township development was high density, over 6,000 units in a wetland. And we've had to spend considerable time trying to get this sorted out. Fortunately, Joane isn't all that keen to move the urban edge. And where they want to mine, where they want to do the development, is actually in a site that we have got a court case on for them to rehabilitate. So instead of rehabilitating, they now decided to put a housing development on. Wetlands and streams is taking up an awful lot of our time and trouble. We work very closely with Sandy on this. And we've also sent out what Sandy supplied us with walkabout forms. So we are situated in the Edendale Strait, Midland River, Edendale Strait. This is where our runs through our conservancy, right up to Rhodoplant Dam. So it runs through the Cullinan Conservancy with agricultural people polluting 10%. It then runs through a mining area that pollutes at 40%. It then runs through Mamelodi, then runs further on, and by the time it gets to Sable Hills Conservancy, it's pretty well polluted, and they've got to clean it up. So what we've done is we've GPSed all our wetlands. We've GPSed our rivers, and we've encouraged the forms have gone out to the other conservancies in the northeast Gauteng to do the same. Because we've discovered that with EMPs and EIAs, they're getting more and more information from SANBI. And they send SANBI information through. So if we keep SANBI updated, then we've got a leg to stand on. As I say, mining in wetlands has become one of our major problems. This struck here is in Brandbach, where we have had a beautiful wetland, and they built a road right through the wetland. The other ones, the wetland here in Delfzijl Pinars River, that's where they want to put the township development. We don't have all the experience. I depend on a team to help me. Where Pietro will do the plant life around it, I have got a wonderful colleague, Eugene Ferry, who helps us, and we use experts like Dr. Peter Cullinan to come in and to advise us. And then when we submit, we know what we're talking about. We've got expert knowledge, and they can't argue with it. Yeah, we even called Dad out to come and help us. That's Department of Water Affairs, that was helping us there at Bob Galfontein. This is not all in my area, but I have had the problem that some of the northeastern Gauteng conservancies can become functionally dysfunctional at times. And where that happens, I will go in and help the functional people to get going again. This is a new project that came up quite recently. The Bromberg Property Owners Association sent me this photograph in of art form. It was a roadkill. And I was very excited. And what do I do then? So, email Tim Neary. Tim Neary says to me, Joan, you've got to report it to the ADU. So, ADU. Now, if you know my computer skills, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Some people have a lot of sympathy with me. Then I found out this is the Animal Demographic Unit. Okay, now I've got to register. So I register and I get a number. Okay, now what? And there was the most amazing woman at this ADU called Tully Hoffman. So lo and behold, she sends me an email back, thank you for this wonderful species with GPS coordinates and that. Please send us all your species. She spoke to, I wanted to know from me what conservancies are about. So I said, no, we've got lots of species lists and that, and we keep them up to date. She said, please send all the species lists to me. Now we have got amazing updated species lists. We sent her a map, we've sent her species lists, and they've all been put onto the ADU. And we would encourage all the conservancies to do the same. If I could get it registered, I promise you, you'll do it like a dream. 3 or 4 emails went back before I got it registered, because then it's a password and then I get the password. Please submit it all to your animals there. Once I've got it on the database, the odd ones you get in, you just update. Poaching is a tremendous problem in our area with our game farms. We have an informal township and they come after bushmeat. We accept it, but when they leave it to rot in a trap, then we wonder what's going to happen. Yeah, we've got a kudu that was on a game farm up this mountain that was caught in a snare. The farmers notify it and we record it. And the game farmers have to see to their own anti-poaching devices. Okay, pom-pom weeds and invasive plants. That's why I know Kay and Hildegard, Petoli, Anton so well, because we attend these meetings. What we have done is in our conservancy, we've demarcated the areas in the farms on which we find our most dense pom-pom situation. We then arranged with Working for Water to come and do a training course for our workers. We used to have teams that we paid and they did the work. But we're now working on a budget of Conservancy has a budget of 6,000 a year. There's no ways I can afford herbicide anymore and pay the salaries. So we've been working with Working for Water. We have still one team that we are working with, and the rest Working for Water has now come in and sent teams to help us. We also do biological control of Queen of the Night. We've got all our sites demarcated, and we will on the way with the Queen of the Night in there. 2 weeks ago, we went out and GPSed all our major bugweed areas, and we will, as soon as it gets warmer, we will be releasing biological control on the bugweeds. But it's too cold now. We tried lantana leaf miner in our area, but it gets too cold in the winter. They all died, so we know it doesn't work. Then Arona Gerber is my website master, and it's her job to keep the website up and running and to put all the new data on it, and just to think, and we get a lot of hits on our website. Skills development, we've got very big projects going on skills development in the area, and that's basically Pietri that does that, and then we also have a BD project. And these are mostly in informal settlements that we run the projects, and I think there is a bit of a problem marketing the products once they're made, but we've got some ideas to move forward. Team building. As you can see, we were 15 years old. We celebrated it with a wonderful frog day, and Aldi and Michael are in charge of that, and we socialise and we get going. We network with all the conservancies in the northeastern Gauteng. We're there for each other, and that is the strength of our area, is being able to network. We network with the government departments, with other non-government organisations in the area, and specialists in specific fields. Somewhere along the line, somebody always knows somebody, and you connect in with them and you run with that. And then we're trying to build and establish a relationship with SAPS. Some conservancies are fortunate that they can do it, but we're not doing it. There's such a lot to do by so many people, and really and truly, we thank you all for the support that the North Eastern Gauteng Conservancy and the GCA and NACSA has given us. Thank you. The Wicked Witch of the East, there it is. There it is, the Wicked Witch of the East.
Thanks, Joane. Yeah, I think it's important to, when we hosted by regions, your main conservancy that is part of that host area, that they actually have an opportunity to show what they're doing for conservancies. That's why Joane showed us so well what amount of work they are doing.